Hello Exile, Altek2k here. So, how did my league start go? It's been a car crash. I've probably died more in the last 48 hours than I have in the whole of last league. I did almost re-roll my character to something more tanky, but I stuck with it, and I'm glad I did because it's really fast. So why did it start so badly? As if you need me to tell you. It's the ArchNemesis rares. The ArchNemesis mods on rares are broken as hell. They've been hit twice with the nerf bat in the first 2 days of League, and they still feel way overtuned if you get the wrong combination. I actually started out my Atlas passive tree going for essences, and that was a mistake. Not because essences aren't profitable, because essence mods are evil, and it's all down to the mods you get. So I've had some that I can one-shot really easy. I've had others that one-shot me off screen repeatedly, and others that I just can't kill. They're actually invincible. Needless to say, essence farming for me is over. I just can't die anymore this league. It's really hurting. But before I gave up, I got my Essence of Delirium, which I needed for my gloves. Because if you put it on a pair of gloves, you get 30% more damage to the dot off socketed gems, which is really good for Corrupting Fever. And don't get me wrong, I'm not averse to extra challenge in this game. What I'm averse to is unpredictable mods that can either be really easy or can just one-shot you unexpectedly. It's not good, and it's not even unexpectedly anymore. GGG definitely need a few more balance passes before the ArchNemesis mods feel anywhere near the way the game used to. And it's not even like you can avoid them, because they're everywhere now. They're in Delve. Delve used to be where I'd go to avoid previous league mechanics, and this is just everywhere. It's horrible. And I do feel sorry for any of you who may be starting this league as a new player. It is brutal. I've got just under 7,000 hours played against this game, and I am still struggling. So how you guys are coping is beyond me. But do stick with it. Hopefully GGG will do a couple more passes. They have indicated they will, and we should return to, hopefully, some feeling of normality. And if you are a new player and need help, you can join my Discord. There's a link in the description below. I would love to hear your experiences with the ArchNemesis rares. If you do have any stories for me, put them in the comments below. Okay, so back to my league start. In order to aid survivability, I have added a molten shell, and that did help quite a bit. I also rushed Cannibalistic Rite instead of getting it last, because it's massive, that 2% regen when you kill a mob. And as I don't have full armor gear yet, and still have a bit of evasion, I've also avoided going Unwavering Stance, because I don't want to lose the little bit of evasion I've got. Instead, I'm heading for Faltering, which gives you a little bit of stun mitigation, and some life regen, because life regen really important for survivability, especially in this league. And my gear is slowly getting better, and I do want to try the transition to Explosive Arrow, which I haven't done before, but I'm not sure how good my bow is going to have to be to actually switch over, because my ones are +1 to all Spell Fizz skill gems, and also dot multi. If you do want to see the gear I've got, or where I've gone with it, you can check in the description below, where I'll post my current path of building paste bin. Currency-wise though, the league start's been a real success. I've spent about an X already on my character, and I've got 2x and 88 chaos sat in the bank. Though I did have to do a fair amount of selling for that, which isn't optimal in my eyes. I prefer the raw currency drops, and we're not going to get that from Sentinel like we did in ArchNemesis. So what about Sentinel itself? I actually really quite like it. It's not invasive to mapping, and you can activate it whenever you want, and if you're not feeling safe, just don't activate it. It also gives a really nice chunk of loot. It can drop pretty much any past league mechanic in the game's loot, and it also gives you a fair amount of flat currency as well. Now, I haven't done the whole 3 Sentinel thing. I've actually focused on the Stalker Sentinel, and that's the only Sentinel I'm currently running. And that's so I can focus my controller completely around that Sentinel and boosting its abilities. As soon as I've got my last 2 bars of power, I will be looking at adding the Pandemonium Sentinel, just for some extra towards the end of the map. And as for the Apex Sentinel, rare mobs need to be battered into the ground with the nerf bat before I go anywhere near it. The empowerment off that thing is massive, and I do not want my rares any harder than they already are. I mean, as a comparison, I can kill a map boss in like 5 seconds. Some of these rares take 30, they're harder than the map boss, which shouldn't be the case. Once I have spent a little more time on the Sentinel mechanic and completely mastered it, I'll share a video with you. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.